Murray now on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Play fake. Murray. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here we go.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Watch it. 6. Black ultra. Claws red. Ready.
Rudolph now to throw. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. No gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Here's Rudolph. They'll roll him out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Ready up. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready, ready. Sit, level. Steel, black. Set.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Down to the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. So after a scoreless first quarter, our first score of the game here in quarter number 2.
And it comes on a great run too, Brandon, because once he got past that first wave, how about how he kicked it into high gear, able to outrace defenders all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Oh, now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Second and 9. Now Murray. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9.
Black shot.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here we go.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Red, yellow, slide 2. Red.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense?
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Second down and 6 now. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
In motion is Ward. Now Murray off play action. Throw left side complete. That's McBride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give it to Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come back. Who you got? Big Ace open. Stop.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Got him. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is where he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Running the counter, Patterson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Second and 10. And now a run with McBride. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Third and 2.
That's one.
Shotgun now for Murray. And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. So the completion good for just 3, and it's second down.
On the set. 62 blasters. 12, 10. Red cycle.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Okay, ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Rudolph. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, go beat it.
Here we go on 4th, Rudolph. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Drill 52.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. There he goes left side. Down the left sideline. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Right.
They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Baron Browning coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Here we go.
3rd down and 13. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start.
Let's go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And that is no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Able to get this one to McBride. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run, not a huge gain. Nice chunk of yardage. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. They'll look to throw again. They'll fire this deep for Hardy. And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They need 18 yards here on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Murray now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Murray now. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Murray going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready?
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start on the ground with Swift, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. Andre Cisco there on the stop.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Ready?
Now 2nd and 5.
Set.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Well, you got to think Charles Atwin's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Here we go.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Blue striker. Ready.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And he is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And now off to the races down the right side. DeAndre Swift, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray able to shake him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McBride. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches You're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 169 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
5-97. Blaster. 6. 10 cycle. Black Ultra. Cut.
Here's Rudolph. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Omaha. Easy.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing now is Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Murray to air it out again.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here we go.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Dolphins, they moved to 9-7 on the year with 1 game remaining. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.